Hi everyone, it's Sarah here. How you doing? I hope you're having a great day today. I've done lots of talks on beliefs and emotions and thoughts which are available on my Facebook page, Sara Emma, Make Love Your Reality. But I thought today we would do a talk on helping your physical body with ascension symptoms. Now, the whole planet and the whole of humanity are ascending en masse, but we are, as individuals, ascending or descending at our own rate. And whether you realize it or not, you are being affected by moon cycles, solar flares, which are bursts of energy from the sun, eclipses, certain times of the year like the solstice. We've got one coming up on the 21st of December. And during those times, Source, God, gives the planet an extra burst of love and light. Now that means that we purge all our old stuff, our old emotional baggage from this lifetime and other lifetimes if we're carrying it from then. It also means that we can experience what's called ascension symptoms, and we're going to be having a little look at some of those in a minute, and we're going to talk about some ways you can help your physical body through the ascension process as well. So what does ascension mean for our physical bodies? Well, we know for ourselves as the energy being that we are, ascension means expansion and growth basically. So we're expanding our knowledge and we're growing in the way we respond to situations. We're returning back to a state of love. But for our physical bodies, it's slightly different. So we have energy channels in our body that hold light, so we are having more of those energy channels turned back on. They're being filled with more light. Our cells are holding more love and light. So our bodies are actually becoming more crystalline in nature. They are vibrating at a higher rate. We also have chakras in our body and in our energy field, in our ascension column, and some of these got turned off when we descended from a fifth dimensional planet to a third dimensional planet, and some of these are being turned back on. And also our DNA is being upgraded as well. So we've got lots of changes going on in our physical body. Now, you and your body have a symbiotic relationship. You rely on each other. So a physical body cannot exist without an energy being, a soul inside it. Well, as far as I'm aware, it would die within a few days. You, as the energy being, as the soul, it could only exist as a ghost without your physical body. Okay, so you both rely on each other. So it is your responsibility to look after and help your body through the ascension process. Because at the same time that we are gifted with this love and light from Source and everything else that's going on the planet, we are also being bombarded with more chemicals in our food, in our environment, in pollution, more than ever. We are being bombarded with electromagnetic frequencies from Wi-Fi, from our telephones, our cell phones, and from cellular towers, electric pylons, and that kind of thing. So we are having this gift from Source and we are purging, but at the same time we are being bombarded with a lot of man-made stuff. So we need to look after our body. Now, it's very easy to go into victim mode and say, okay, well, they shouldn't put that sort of stuff in the food, and we shouldn't have these phone towers near us. But there are things you can do to look after your body, and it's your responsibility. So let's just have a quick look at some of the ascension symptoms first of all. So first, an easy one on your body is that you might have this sudden thirst for knowledge. You might feel drawn to reading spiritual books. You might be drawn to listening to people talking, podcasts, that kind of thing. The only thing I would say is use your discernment, okay? Use your gut instinct, use your intuition. If you hear something or read something that doesn't resonate, I'm just going to share a technique with you that you can use to help you feel whether that's true for you or not. Because what is true for one person might not necessarily be true for another. And also, if a speaker or an author, if they have some kind of unforgiveness, then they're not going to be given the whole truth. They won't allow themselves to receive the whole truth, and they are still evolving, so they're only talking through their own experiences. And that's exactly the same for me, okay? If I say anything that doesn't resonate for you, you can use this following technique to see whether it's true for you or not. So it's called the heavy and light technique. What you need to do is you just sit down somewhere quiet, shut your eyes, imagine stepping into your mind. And in your mind, you're going to take this lift or whirlpool down to the center of your chest. And you can step out of your lift or your whirlpool, and you should just be able to feel more peaceful and calm down there. And then you're going to ask yourself a question. So while you're sitting down there, you can say, are carrots good for my body? And just see how your body feels. And if you say something that's true, you should have a light feeling with it. If you could say, are carrots bad for my body, or are carrots harmful for my body, then if it's untrue, you should get a heavy feeling. Okay, so it's the heavy and light technique. If you go down into your heart center, it's easier to feel. If it makes you feel light, it's true for you. If it makes you feel heavy, it's not true for you. Okay, so if you read something or hear something, use your discernment, and you can use this heavy and light technique too. You might have a desire for change. So there are lots of changes, and we're just going to talk a little bit more about that in a minute, but these changes can cause anxiety for you. That is because you, as a soul, as an energy being, you crave change, because you grow through change. You grow through your experiences, and your soul learns through your perception of all your experiences. But your ego self, your personality says, oh no, change is fearful. Something might happen to me if I change. So your ego self, your personality self, likes to keep you small and stuck. So you might be having this push and pull thing going on with change. I want to change, but actually it's causing me anxiety. You might see number sequences. Now, if you see the master sequences, 111, 222, 3333, 444, etc., just shut your eyes, kind of breathe into that energy, and just have gratitude for it. You can just say thank you. If you see another number over again, like say you see 347, it's always flashing up on your clock or something like that, or on a number plate, there is a book by Doreen Virtue called Angel Numbers 101, and that gives you the reason behind each number that you're seeing. You might also see the same messages over again, so you might be guided to reading a book. Several people might say, oh, have you read that book? You might keep seeing the same slogan on an advertising billboard, or on social media, or on a t-shirt or something. If you keep seeing the same message over and over again, then just pay notice to it. You might also get messages through your dreams. So during the ascension process, you might have some really weird and wacky dreams. Just pay particular attention to them, and Spirit can use these dreams to get messages to you. Excuse me. Again, use your discernment with the messages. Use the heavy and light technique that we just talked about. You might crave a change in your diet, and we're going to be talking about that in a wee minute. You might get a change in your sleep patterns. So often people going through the ascension process find they are awake for several hours in the night, usually between 1 and 3, 2 and 4, that kind of time. And that's actually a really good time to do some work on yourself to clear some of this stuck emotional energy. And one of the easiest ways to do that is just to imagine breathing in golden light of love and sending it to all parts of your body. That's a really easy way, and it's doesn't involve too much mind, too much brain work in the middle of the night. You can also sneeze a lot, although you're not having a cold or you're not allergic to anything. And what happens is we have a chakra, an energy center in the middle of our forehead. And when this chakra is open, it's called the third eye, it helps you realize the whole truth. So we kind of step out from the illusion of the third dimension. So it's a really important one to have open. And spirit and your body use the power of the sneeze to help open that third eye chakra. So often, if you kind of feel as you're starting to sneeze, you can actually kind of feel spirit giving a little tickle up your nose. Okay, so it's going to make you sneeze. You can also have flu-like symptoms. You can have like a temperature, you can have runny nose, you're sneezing a lot, watery eyes, that kind of thing. And that's just your body's way of detoxing. So emotionally and physically, if that's going on for you, it's kind of drink lots of water and have as much rest as you can and have some really high vibrational foods. You can also just have a lot of heat in your body. And again, your body and spirit are using this heat to emotionally and physically detox you. Now, if it's really uncomfortable, you can just ask spirit to turn the temperature down a little bit. Obviously, you might want to check out that you're not ill, okay, first. But if you just have this continuing heat thing going on, it can be spirit using, and your body using it to transmute stuck emotional energy and transmute toxins. One thing you can do, I learned just during the menopause, is that we generate a lot of heat in our body to cleanse our liver. So if you have no health symptoms or you're not on any serious medication, and if you are, you might want to check it out with your doctor, I would recommend taking a herbal detox supplement, which you can get online or from a health food shop, which is going to help detox your body and help pull the heavy metals out. And then you actually get a lot less. For me, it actually completely stopped all menopause hot flushes. So if you're getting a lot of the heat stuff, you might want to just check that out. You might feel tired, okay? So much changes going on in your body. So if you feel tired, just have a more rest than normal. Try and get a bit more sleep. You might have like a fuzzy head, memory loss, confusion, that kind of thing going on. So again, you might want to go to the doctors and just check it out if it's a real issue. But just know there's lots of changes going on in your brain, in your mind. You are changing your thought patterns. You are clearing stuck emotional energy from your brain and mind. You are forming new neural pathways in your brain. Okay, so there's lots of stuff, and you are letting go of the old. So a lot of stuff going on with your brain and head. You can ask Archangel Uriel. He usually comes through as a he for me, but can be he or she. And Archangel Uriel will help bring in clarity. So if you're getting a lot of confusion and fuzzy head, that might be something that helps you. You can have a whistling in your ears. Now, this can be a downloading of light frequencies, light codes from spirit. It's different to tinnitus. Tinnitus is ongoing whistling in your ears, but when it's from spirit, it's a short, sharp burst. They can also use it to help you if you're having a thought that is really limiting you. I had a belief in sins. Now, sins are not real, but I had a belief in sins, and every time that popped into my head, spirit would give this whistle in my ear to stop me from thinking it. So they might be using it for that as well. So just pay attention when it comes. Is there a particular thought you were having that spirit are trying to get you to stop? Otherwise, it's them downloading light frequencies, light codes into you. Okay, so things you can do to help. The first one is, just to make your life easier, is give yourself permission to change. Give yourself permission to go through the ascension process with ease and grace. So you can simply say, I give myself permission to change. I give myself permission to go through the ascension process with ease and grace. Because there is an expression, what you resist persists. Okay, so, excuse me 1 minute. Hi, I can't talk in a minute. Sorry, it's just some people come to say hello. I'm doing a video, sorry. So I've lost my train of. Okay, I'm talking on a video. Sorry about that. Okay, so where were we? Yes, so give yourself permission to change with ease and grace. When you evolve, there are going to be things that want to fall away. They are going to, might be relationships that fall away. You might have friendships that fall away. You might want to change your job. You might want to change where you live. You might want to change your religion. Okay, there are going to be things that are going to be changing in your life. And give yourself permission to go through these. Surrender to the changes. Let go of any guilt. Also, because it is, you are having a soul urge to move, to have a new relationship, to let go of these friendships which aren't serving your highest good. Okay, so let go of any guilt to do with that. You can use the mantra, everything happens for a reason. Anytime you feel guilt, everything happens for a reason. And surrender to the change. Okay, step number 2 is assess your body's needs. So your body's going to need different things. One thing it might want to do, you might want to wear different colours. This might sound a bit bizarre, but actually colours have an effect on us. And that's why football teams usually wear red, because red brings you self-confidence. So you can use the heavy and light technique we talked about before. Put your energies down into your heart chakra. Think about wearing blue, for example, and see whether it brings you lightness or it makes you feel heavy. Okay, you can just go through your colours. What does your body want to wear? What colours does your body want to wear? Are you getting enough sleep? There's so many changes in your body. You might need more sleep. What about exercise? So you might enjoy running, but your body might prefer walking, hiking, swimming, something more gentle. And so again, use the heavy and light technique. What exercise does my body want? What exercise does my body need? I would actually recommend introducing some kind of mind-body exercise like yoga or Tai Chi. That will help you. And also another great exercise is to find a piece of music that brings you a lot of joy that you can't help jigging around to, and dance to it when there's nobody watching. And this has two effects. One is that when you are in joy, that transmutes any fear in your body, so you are doing that. And also you are dislodging this old stuck emotional energy, especially from your root chakra and your sacral chakra. So dance like nobody's watching is a great way to exercise, and it gives you exercise too. Diet, we are going to be talking about in a minute. Actually, we're going to be talking about that now. So diet, you might want this change in diet. Assess your body's needs. You might feel like you need more protein. You might need less protein. You might need your protein in a different way other than eating meat. So you might need to get your protein from other products, dairy products, eggs, nuts, legumes, that kind of thing. Use the heavy and light technique. You might crave more carbs. You might feel the need to become vegetarian or vegan. Okay, so just surrender to it. Whatever you feel like you need to, give it a go. And it might not be it's forever. It just might be it's for this period in time, for a couple of months, and then you feel like you might need to change again. What I would say is, as your body is vibrating at a higher rate, you want to choose some more high vibrational foods. So if you do eat animal products, meat, eggs, dairy, try and get them from a source that the animal's being kept in a natural environment and has been kept well, because that's going to have a higher vibrational energy to it than an animal that's been kept in a cage, for example. If you're eating fruit and vegetables and grains, organic ones have a higher vibration than non-organic foods. So you can maybe have a go at growing some of your own fruit and veggies. Foods with lots of processed chemicals in them, lots of processed foods with chemicals in them have a low vibrational energy. If you do eat processed foods, try and buy foods without flavorings, colorings, artificial sweeteners, flavor enhancers, that kind of thing. So the less chemicals in them, the better. One way to preserve your vitamins and minerals in your food is to steam your vegetables rather than cook them. And try not to microwave your food, because that kind of kills any goodness in it at all. I would also recommend looking at some raw recipes. You can Google online, get some raw recipes, because the food that isn't cooked, that is dried, with raw recipes, you tend to dry your food, you don't cook it. That actually has the highest vitamin and minerals, it has more probiotics, and keeps its enzymes. Okay, so it's actually much better for you than cooking your food. You can get a dehydrator. You can use an oven. If it goes down to a very low temperature, you keep the door open, or you can also use the sun and the wind to dry your food. So I would just recommend Googling some raw recipes too. I would ditch the sodas. So if you like fizzy sodas, I would try and ditch those. Obviously try and drink lots of water. If you don't like the taste of natural water, you can flavour it with things like cucumber, mint, ginger, lemon, berries, that kind of thing. Try and put it in a glass jar and put it in the fridge with those in it, and let it seep into the water for a while, and you get flavoured water. Also, if you drink lots of coffee and tea, I would try and substitute 1 or 2 cups a day with boiling water, with hot water. Now, it may sound revolting, but actually hot water that's drinking hot actually tastes okay. If you drink it when it's lukewarm, it's really disgusting. So just try and drink it when it's hot. That's actually really good for you. You may need a vitamin and mineral supplement just to help your body as all this changes is going on. We don't actually have as many nutrients in the ground as we used to due to the farming methods. So you might need to take a supplement. There's a very good documentary on YouTube called Kiss the Ground, if you're interested in looking at that. And lastly, bless your food. So blessing your food will raise the vibration of it. Now you can say something like, "Dear God, please bless this food, help it give us all the goodness we need in a way we can assimilate it." But one thing that Yeshua taught me, Jesus, was the best way to bless your food is to send it a burst of love from your heart center. Not love as in, I'm going to love the taste of this food, but love as in, love you would send a child or an animal. So just send a burst of love to your food, and that will increase its vibration. You can do that with anything you drink, obviously, as well. Another step is find ways to relax. So how do you relax? Maybe a walk in nature, maybe you can smell some essential oils. A great way is to learn to meditate. Meditate has lots of great health benefits. And also when you're in that still point, you can actually, and you're relaxed, you can actually bring in more light into your body, and Spirit can use those times to help upgrade your body when you're in that stillness. And they may try and get messages through to you too. So meditation is great. And we are just going to talk about a method called earthing. So earthing will help relax you, and earthing also has many health benefits. Now, earthing is really simple and it's free. We are being bombarded, I said at the beginning, by these pollutions from chemicals, from the electromagnetic frequencies from our phones and cell towers, and from pollution. And this gives off positive ions. So we build up these positive ions in our body, and these positive ions can cause inflammation. Now the earth gives off negative ions. So what happens when we walk barefoot on the ground, or we sit on the ground, just put our bare feet on it, you put your bare hands on it, put bare skin on it, you can put your legs on it, put it on soil, grass or sand. Okay, it doesn't work if you put it on tarmac, like a pavement, or rocks as well. So try and put it on soil, grass or sand, and what it does is it neutralizes. It will remove those positive ions and neutralize your body back to neutrality. And this will help de-stress you. It helps remove the toxins from your body. It helps reduce inflammation as well. So it has a lot of good health benefits. There is a movie on YouTube called The Earthing Movie, if you want to know a bit more about that, but it is very easy to do. About 15 minutes a day is great. Now, if you live in a cold, wet country, you might not want to go outside and put your bare feet on the ground. So if you Google, there are products you can buy that you can put on your bed, or you can buy an actual mat to put on the ground that you just put your bare feet on. Now, you can also buy little things to put on your phone or to put around your neck as well, just to protect you from electromagnetic frequencies. Now, I didn't know much about these, but I use a lot of muscle testing. Muscle testing is a way of just testing your muscles. If something is true for you or it's good for you, your muscles remain strong. There's an energy circuit, and this energy circuit stays switched on. If you say something that's false or something that's not good for you, the energy circuit gets switched off. So they had me hold nothing, and I had a good, strong energy circuit. Then they had me hold my cell phone, and the energy circuit got turned off. Okay, my arm went immediately weak. Then they put this little gadget on my phone. It actually wasn't very expensive either, and my arm went strong again. So I'm a firm believer in I have a little something attached to my phone. Okay, so you might want to look into that, and you can just Google products that protect you from electromagnetic frequencies. Now, I've been living on the side of a mountain for a couple of years, and although I have a little wooden house, it's up a height, Spirit had me living in a tent most of the time because I'm nearer the ground. Okay, so we can receive healing energy from the ground too. It's not just about getting these negative ions. We are also receiving healing energy from Mother Earth as well. And if you believe, oh, my feet are so hard, there's not going to come much going to come up through the soles of my feet, try cutting up a garlic clove and rubbing raw garlic on your feet. Slice it up, put it in your socks, and sleep with your socks on overnight. And in the morning, you will be breathing out garlic. Okay, so we actually absorb a lot through the soles of our feet. And one of the best places you can use essential oils, if you mix them with a carrier oil, is to put them on the soles of your feet. They really absorb a lot. So great if you can walk barefoot on the ground. So that's earthing. And also it helps you, you know, you're the energy being, it helps you ground down into your body, okay? Because when we have a lot of stress, we tend to be up here in our mind. So it really helps you ground down into your body too. The next step is to try and reduce the chemicals in your life. So we said try and go organic with your food, but you can actually create your own herbicides, pesticides for your garden using natural products. You can make your own natural products for cleaning. You can clean most things with white wine, vinegar and baking soda. Just Google, there are some things you can't use it on, so just Google that before you do it. But they will clean most things in your house. You can clean polished wood with olive oil rather than a spray. Try and look for natural products in the supermarket for washing your clothes in so you don't absorb that. Or that you wash your crockery and your cutlery, do the washing up with, because that also leaves like a film on it, and you are going to be ingesting that chemical. So try ditch some of the chemicals in your house too. Now we all have a healing team. So you can ask your healing team or your ascension, you can call them your healing team, your spirit team, your ascension team, whatever you want to call them. We all have one, but they actually need our permission to help us. So your team are going to be made up of some of your ancestors, ascended masters, the angelic realm, star beings, that kind of thing. So you can ask them for help with the ascension process, for an ease of symptoms. You know, if you're having a painful bit, you can ask them to help heal that. You can ask for anything you like from your healing team. You can ask for help seeing the synchronicities in your life, for receiving the messages. You can ask them for guidance. You can ask Archangel Metatron. He's the archangel in charge of the Earth's ascension, so he's a great one to ask if you need any help with ascension. You can also use prayer. You can pray to God for help with anything that we've just said. You can also pray for an upgrading of your soul contracts. You can pray for your soul fragments to be returned to you, cleansed and healed, because we are energy beings, and if we have a traumatic experience, we can leave bits of our energy behind, and they're called soul fragments. So it's great every now and again. You don't have to do it every day, just once every few months, just to ask for your soul fragments to be returned to you, cleansed and healed. You can also ask, and this is a good one to do every day, is for anything that you are holding that isn't yours to be returned to whom it belongs to with love and consciousness attached. Okay, because we pick up on everybody else's stuff, and we can hold other people's energies in our body too. So it's great to get rid of it, to return it to whom it belongs to. You can pray for ease with the upgrade of your DNA, your chakras opening, ease resolving limiting beliefs, thought patterns, habits, addictions, ease releasing stuck emotional energy, cellular memory, soul memory, that kind of thing. Also you can pray for ease releasing ancestral patterns, ease for releasing any karmic energy. Now, karma isn't real per se. There is no punishment and reward system. But if we have unforgiveness, we can hold what's called this karmic energy, and it just makes life hard for us. So you can pray for help releasing that too. You can also pray for help transcending your ego, your inner child, and any limiting oaths or vows that you have made. And then surrender. Surrender to source, have faith that it's going to happen, and just surrender to it. There's a great little song by Alexa Sunshine Rose. I'm not the best singer in the world, but this is a little mantra, and it says, I release control and surrender to the flow of love that will heal me. Okay, so that's a great one. If you're feeling anxious, is this going to work? Just sing that little ditty to yourself, that little mantra to yourself. And you can also Google it. It's called I Release Control by Alexa Sunshine Rose. And you can hear her sing it much better than I can. So the next step is to belly breathe. Now, if we are stressed, worried, we tend to shallow breathe. So what you need to do is put one hand on your belly, one hand on your upper chest here. Just take in a breath and see which hand moves first. What you're aiming for is the hand on your belly to move before the hand on your chest. If the one on your chest is going up and down and the one on your belly is not moving, you're breathing too shallowly. So just take in a breath and intend and push it right down to your belly. Okay, so and anytime you get stressed, do this technique. Put your hand on your belly, on your chest. How deep am I breathing? Am I belly breathing? You can also breathe in love and send it all over your body. Breathe in golden light and send it all over your body. Breathe in love, joy, breathe in gratitude, bring in forgiveness. Breathe in forgiveness and send all those to all parts of your body, and that will also help transmute any stuck emotional energy too. The next step is to watch what you read, watch on TV, what you listen to, what you watch on social media, that kind of thing. Because your body is like your subconscious mind. It's like a computer, and it believes everything that you see, hear, read, etc. as true. So if you just want to have a go with this and prove this to yourself, you can use shut your eyes and imagine that you are sucking on half a lemon, and taste that sharpness, taste that tartness, and what you'll find is you will start to salivate because your body believes you are sucking half a lemon and it needs to produce more saliva to protect your tooth enamel. Or you can take a piece of food from your pantry or fridge, put it in your hand and shut your eyes and imagine this piece of food is either crawling with maggots, it's disgusting, Or imagine it's covered in mold, okay? And really visualize this mold or these maggots. And then with your eyes shut, can you put it in your mouth? I doubt it very much. Your body's going to be repulsed by this and doesn't want it in its body. So no, you're going to find it very hard to eat it. Okay, so your body believes everything you say, it hears, etc. to be true. So just watch what you're putting in front of it. And also, watch how you talk to your body. You know, if you're always putting your body down, that's what your body's going to believe. You might have seen the experiment where you have two plants and you talk really nicely to one and it thrives, and you speak really horrible, you know, people swear at the other one and tell the other plant how horrible it is, and it dies. So the same kind of thing is going to go on for your body. And this also ties in with the muscle testing, the energy circuits. If you're talking positive to your body, you're going to have strong energy circuits in your body. If you're saying horrible things to your body, you're going to turn these energy circuits off, and that can start to result in ill health. So if you can, be really positive to your body. If you don't love the way you look, or you don't love your shape, pretend that you do. As long as you sound convincing, your body's going to believe you. If you find it hard to love your body, just try and warmly accept it. You can use your heart light to help you. You can use your heart light to protect you. You can use your heart light for self-love, for cleansing, and for healing you too. So the best way to do this is to step into your mind. Imagine stepping into a lift or a whirlpool. Take it down into your heart center. And then you're going to imagine breathing in love and golden light. Breathe it down to your heart center. If you find it really hard, if you can't feel breathing in love, ask your spirit team to help you, and they will be able to help you. So imagine breathing in love, golden light, take it down into your heart center, and imagine there's a golden flame in there. And as it's receiving this love, this golden flame gets brighter and brighter, and it gets bigger and bigger. So fill your whole body up with this heart light. And then what you can do is send it down to the ground, right down deep into the earth, and also send it right out the top of your head up to source. And then what you're going to do, this will help clear the chakras above and below your body too. And then what you can do is breathe it out and imagine filling up your whole energy field. So you might want to see this like 2 foot out from you, 5 foot out from you, 10 foot out from you, whatever feels more comfortable. And fill up that space with this love and golden light. And that will protect you. And then what you can do is imagine, pull it into you, and you can use it for self-love too. Now when I say protect you, like there is no evil. What you're protecting yourself against is just other people's negative energy, against their stuff, okay? So it's great to do that before you go into a crowded place. And then what you can do lastly is like send it out to the planet, to the people on the planet, or just imagine the planet being covered in this golden light too. And then you can help everybody else too. Lastly, your body loves to be touched and nurtured. Some people don't like to be touched by other people. They don't like hugs, that kind of thing. So if that's you, you can give yourself a massage. You can get maybe some massage oil, or if not, just use olive oil, and you can rub it into your body. You can mix it with a little bit of essential oil if you have some. You can massage most of your body yourself. There's just obviously some places on your back that you won't be able to reach. If you don't mind being touched, then maybe, Google massage strokes with a friend and have a friend and massage each other, or go and see somebody who does massage. You can also get some body lotion and just gently rub that into your body. You can just tenderly kiss your arms and hands before you go to bed. Okay, give yourself a cuddle before you go to bed. So put your arms around you. Thank you, body. I love you. Thank you for looking after me. Okay, because your body really appreciates that. it kind of makes your physical heart light up. So it loves gratitude and it loves to be thanked too. So it's great before you go to bed just to thank your body and give it a cuddle. And if you're hugging somebody else, bodies love hugs. Try and hug. We tend to hug people, we tend to put our right side to their right side, but it works really well if you put heart to heart too. That works even better. I had this thing, just to give you a story. I spent about 15 minutes one day just thanking my body and telling it how much I loved it. And I'm a chiropractor by trade, but I don't see other chiropractors usually. I try and adjust my own body, and but I was having trouble adjusting this last vertebrae in my back. I couldn't do it, it was really stuck. And so this had been going on for a few weeks. I was trying to adjust it and couldn't. And anyway, after this 15 minutes of telling my body how much I loved it, I went to bed. It was night time. And I lay down on my back. And my body, I didn't do this, my body flipped itself onto its side and rocked itself backwards and forwards, in this vertebrae, ping, and it went back into alignment. So our bodies are amazing. They actually have their own consciousness and awareness, and they can fix themselves. We've just got to give them the opportunity to do that. And by giving them love and gratitude, it's a really great way to start. Okay, so I hope you found that useful. Great using the heavy and light technique with any question. You can use it. Does my body require this vitamin? Or, does it want this particular food? Anything that you want to ask your body, does it want, you can use the heavy and light technique for. So I would certainly recommend just having a little play and practice with that. Okay, it was lovely to see you, and much love from my heart to yours.